Hi guys, welcome back to my live stream. Hey everyone. So, I'm doing this because I've had people who occasionally reach out to me and they ask me, how do I start? If I want to go into tech, how do I start? They don't ask me where do I start. They don't ask me, where can I find courses and all of that. I'm assuming that most of you already know where to find courses when it comes to finding the right courses and everything, right? But I've had people come to me and say, "How do I start?" I don't even know where to start from with this whole, um, tech thing, and that is why I am doing this session. I'm going to try as much as possible to make sure that we spend 30 minutes doing this. And I will try as much as possible to cover everything. Now, how do you get into tech? That's the question. Most people get into tech by, well, through influence. You have friends who are already in tech and you just kind of like mingle with them. And from there, you also become a tech inclined person. You become a designer or you become a developer from there. Some people do it by just being curious, right? Some people just accidentally ended up in tech. We have people who spend a lot of time on their phone. From there, they started learning stuff online, and from there, they became, well, tech or yeah, tech inclined pretty much. Some people do it by also taking a program or a course or something, because these days a lot of content creators and teachers and professors try to include tech in some of the things they teach. For example, if you're having like an adult education class, they might teach you how to use a computer. From there, they might teach you how to design, and everything just takes off from there. There are so many ways. There are so many ways. I won't be able to cover every possible scenario example. Some people got into tech because their elder brother or their cousin or their queuing, whoever the family member is, went into tech and they pretty much grew from there. Some people went into tech by, um, again, by accident, pretty much. They picked up a computer one day, found something really cool, and started learning it. So there are so many ways. There are so many ways. It's like learning a language. Some people just did it because, other people were learning it. Some people did it because they found the language fascinating and stuff like that. So there are so many ways. For me, um, I think it happened for me in like a different way. I've always been fascinated with computers, right? I grew up pressing my mom's phone. That's what she calls it. And around 2 a.m. at night, she'll tell me, stop pressing my phone, give me my phone back. And then she would complain. Some days she'll smack me and collect the phone back. This was the days of Symbian phones and Nokia 6300. And then from there, she enrolled me in a computer school in 2010. I was in SS2 at the time, and 2010, 2011 ish, I was in SS2 at the time, and then I started taking computer training. It was desktop publishing. They teach you all the Microsoft tools, they teach you Corel Draw as well, they teach you Microsoft Paint as well. And from there, I kind of like just really got into it and I figured out what I wanted. I wanted to create content that people really cared about. So I built a blog and everything else just pretty much took off from there. But even after that, something funny happened. I gained admission to study computer science in school. So you see the progression. I was interested in devices generally. Then from there, I started computer school. And then from there, I studied computer science. So while studying computer science, I learned to code. I learned to troubleshoot computers. I learned to, well, pretty much do a lot of things in the whole computer science slash tech space. And I also joined a bunch of communities. There were like really, really interesting people who had the time and had the patience to also kind of like walk me through some things when I go to them and ask questions. So that also happened as well. So that's pretty much how I got into the whole tech thing. And over time, I I kind of like pivoted to customer support first. Then from customer support, I fell in love with product management and I really wanted to pursue product management. But then where I worked as a customer support agent, they promoted me to a recruiter. So I get to hire people and everything. So it kind of like just became a dual profession where I was a recruiter who helps people get jobs. That's tech, but it's under operations. HR, recruiter, all of that is under operations. So I'm still doing recruitment, and then I enrolled to a school where they pretty much taught product management. So I'm a student currently, and I'm also a recruiter. I've been doing recruitment for 2 years plus, right? I've helped hire people for different companies, different projects. And it's something I do a lot because I've I spend a lot of time reviewing CVs, hiring people, rejecting people and all of that. And I've really, really gotten into it. Being a recruiter also kind of like gave me the confidence to talk to people, just face you like this and tell you about tech and the things I know and the things I don't know. And it's been an interesting ride, to be honest. So that's how I got into tech. Now, one of the questions that come up a lot when people are going into tech is, do you have to code? Do you have to be somebody who is a developer or a tech bro? No, you don't have to. Actually, you can be a designer. You can work in operations. When you work in operations, you get to become a human resource person. That's HR. You can, under HR, we have Sourcer. Sourcer is that person who goes online on LinkedIn and other places to look for people that the company will hire. Now, HR can do sourcing as well. If you work in HR, if the company is not big, you can also from there pretty much be that person who does the interviews, who does the offer calls and everything, right? But if the company is a very big company, a sourcer would be different from a recruiter who would be different from the HR, just like that. But these are all still part of tech, but it's the operations part of tech. This is I'm breaking it down to you because I want to remind you that you don't have to code before you become a tech bro, right? Or a tech sis or a tech person. You don't have to code. You don't have to write code. You don't even have to manage a team. Maybe later when you grow on the job, you can become a manager or team lead. But being in tech can be something as small as managing a tech product, but as a customer support person, or as a customer relationship manager, or as a tester, or as a queuing, pretty much anything. As long as it's a tech product or tech company, you can pretty much grow from there. Now, the big question: how do I get into tech? I made notes for this part because I kind of like just really want to break it down for you guys. So the first thing is find a role or skill that you're really, really interested in. This is very important because um, I've been saying this since 2017. I taught a class in 2017 about blogging and how to make money online. And one of the things I kept saying in that class is nothing is ever going to be interesting if you're not interested. If you're not interested in something, it's never going to be interesting to you because you dump it at some point. Even if the job is paying you like 10 million naira, you push, but then at some point you get tired, you lose interest. So find something you're interested in. It doesn't have to be passion. It doesn't have to be like something you're crazy about, but just something you're interested in. You can wake up tomorrow and do this again. You can wake up next week and do it again. You're willing to learn and grow in it. So find something that you're interested in and you know start from there. Now, sometimes it can be difficult for you to find something you're interested in. So what do you do in this case? Go on Google search, just search for tech roles. Just type tech roles and their descriptions. It will bring up a list of tech roles like front-end developer, back-end developer, QA tester, QA analyst, data analyst, projects manager, product manager, UI UX designer, web developer, different roles in tech, customer relationship manager, all of that. everything. It's Google search to bring it out. Then pick them one by one, copy it, and add what is to the title. So go on YouTube, take product management, for example, take it and then go to YouTube and say, what is product management? Explained. Then you see a bunch of videos that will explain what product management is. Then you see if it's something you'd be interested in or not interested in. You can also take HR, what is human resources? Search for it on Google search, see it, and see if it's something you're interested in. Another way to approach this is to talk to people who already do those things. If you're looking to become, say, a developer, for example, an Android developer, you want to build an Android app or Android apps, go to a friend or someone you know who builds Android apps and ask them about it. Like, hey, I know you're a developer. I've known you for a while now. It's something that I'm very, very interested in. I would like to also become a developer as well. Can you tell me more about it? Then that person will tell you about it, also give you materials, and you decide if it's really what you want or what you don't want. Right? So there are so many ways. Just make sure that that thing you're going for is something you're interested in. Right? And one of the ways I found something I'm interested in personally was taking Udemy courses. There are sites out there that give you Udemy courses for free. You go to these websites. I'm going to include the link in the description of this video so you can check it out. You go to these websites and you see different Udemy courses on product management, project management, QA analyst, QA tester, pretty much all the roles in tech. There are different courses on them. So I was taking Udemy courses between 2017 and 2020. Every week, I was taking Udemy courses. I took courses on product management. I took courses on stocks trading. I took courses on forex trading as well, which I never really understood till today. I don't know much about forex trading. I do stocks instead. Not that I don't know like jack about it. I have an idea of, but I'm not again interest. I'm not interested. I'm not really into the whole forex thing. Even when people try to pitch it to me, but how did I even know? I took courses on it. I checked out courses on forex trading, and I do this thing where I divide my time into three.